everyone, it's Melissa, and today I'm doing the Booktube Backstage tag. I was tagged by Courtney Ferriter. I will link her version of this tag below. I forgot to note who the original creator was, but I will find that out and I will link that below as well. Thanks for the tag, Courtney. I was originally a little bit embarrassed to do this because this production is very amateur, but there's a lot of other questions besides the backstage type of stuff, so I thought it would still be fun anyway. So number one is, what camera do you use for your videos? And I use my phone. Yeah, I told you I was amateur. So I use, my smartphone is a Motorola G7, so that's what I use. Number two is, speaking about filming and being your own director, do you have a favorite film director? The short answer to this is no. I do enjoy movies, but I'm not into film so much that I have favorite directors and things. I just either like a movie or I don't. If I had to choose a director, I'd probably go with Christopher Nolan, just because I haven't seen all of his films, but I enjoyed his Batman trilogy, and I enjoyed Memento a lot, and I liked Inception, and I liked Interstellar as well. Yeah, so number three is, what microphone do you use and what program do you use to edit your videos? I don't use a microphone. Whatever microphone is on my phone is what I use, which probably isn't the best for me because I am quite a quiet talker. This is me actively trying to project my voice, and I get comments fairly regularly about that I'm hard to hear, or that people have to crank the volume when they watch my videos. This is me trying to speak at a moderate volume. I normally speak more quietly than this, so I probably should have an external mic, but I just, this is just a hobby of mine, and I don't plan to spend, it was never my intention to spend money on gear. If this hobby turns into something that I get more serious about, or I do more long-term, I might consider getting a mic. What was the second part to that question? What program do you use to edit your videos? Again, I didn't buy any special program. It's just whatever version of iMovie is on my Mac is what I use. So no bells and whistles, which is why my videos are basically just jump cuts. No special effects, no anything, because I really can't be bothered to learn, and I don't think you can do a whole lot with iMovie, but that just might be my own ignorance. Number four is, do you remember the first record that you bought or received as a gift? So I didn't have any record, vinyl records growing up. We had a record player, and my dad was really into music, and he had tons of records, but I was never bought, and I didn't buy any vinyl. By the time I was old enough to kind of have my own music, we were listening to cassettes and eventually CDs. And the first CD I bought with my own money, I remember this so well. It was Ace of Base, and the name of that album was, I think it was just called The Sign, but it's the one that had I Saw the Sign and All That She Wants Is Another Baby, and I listened to that CD all the time. So I've probably just dated myself there. Number five is, how do you prepare your videos? Talking points, detailed script, or just talking? It depends a little bit on what video I'm filming. So if I'm doing a Friday Reads, I don't have any talking points or script or anything. I just talk off the cuff. If I'm filming a tag, it depends on the tag. Sometimes I like to just do it without any forethought, if I think it might be more fun that way, or if it's just something that I have a free moment away from the child where I have time to film for 10 minutes and I just don't have time to prepare, so I just do it kind of off the cuff. Some tags I do, but it's not like a whole script. If I'm doing like a wrap up or review of a book, I will have not a script, but just like some talking points. If there are like a few things I don't want to forget that I want to mention about that book, then I will put some like little bullet points. I have never done like a full script. I tried once and I ended up starting from scratch and just kind of like talking a bit more like I'm talking now, because I found it just didn't work for me. I find the script too distracting, and I would have to like cut up the video too much because I don't want to be like reading something over here and talking. So I'd have to kind of like memorize a couple sentences and then say them. And to me, it just I didn't like how that turned out. So I ended up scrapping that one. So I don't think I will ever go back to a detailed script. I think my channel is just going to remain a little bit more casual. Number 6 is TV shows have become the thing of our time. Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Netflix, HBO, and Amazon. What is or are your favorite TV shows ever? Name a maximum of 3. This is the hardest question on this tag because I love a lot of TV shows. And if you told me to pick my 10 favorite, I would have a hard time giving you my 10 favorite. Like, I would have a hard time whittling it down to 10. So telling me a max 3 is exceedingly difficult for me. But I'm going to do it. So one of my all-time favorite shows is Firefly. So Firefly is that wonderful show that got canceled after, oh gosh, was it 13 episodes? Which on the one hand is sad because we only got 13 episodes, but on the other hand, the show didn't run long enough to jump the shark or get boring or extend past its welcome. So we only got 13 episodes, but those 13 episodes are tight and it's wonderful. So Firefly is like a science fiction western. It's basically cowboys in space. I love it. And another of my top TV shows is Misfits. This is a show from the UK. I haven't heard many people talk about this show, but it might be my favorite show of all time. I think it has 5 seasons, and all of those seasons are really, really good. It's about there's this weird storm that happens, and everyone who was caught outside in the storm develops like superpowers. But what makes the show really kind of like fun and interesting is that we follow, originally I think it was 5, was it 5 characters? 5 or 6 characters? I can't remember, I'd have to like count them. But they are like, what's the word? Like, young offenders. So they're reporting for community service. And they get caught out in the storm. So basically you're following like a group of like young delinquents who have superpowers. It's great. I love it. And then the third TV show is Mystery Science Theater 3000. So this is a show where basically they'd watch old, like really crummy B movies from like the 40s and 50s and stuff. And they would just like riff over them and make fun of them. And I used to watch it as a kid every Saturday. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I think it was the Sci-Fi Channel, or maybe it was the Space Channel. I can't remember if it was American or Canadian TV I was watching it on, but it was on every Saturday morning. And you just got to watch a really crappy movie and watch these people make fun of it. It was great. Number 7 is, what kind of booktube videos do you prefer to watch and why? Reviews, wrap-ups, vlogs, book hauls, tag videos, etc. I watch a huge variety of different booktube content, and for me it almost kind of depends on the person. So there are some videos that are like not my favorite type of video, but there are certain creators that I just think are really entertaining or do that specific thing very well, even though it's not my most favorite thing normally. So it does kind of like depend on the person, but I think generally speaking, my favorite types of booktube videos to watch are reviews or wrap-ups, because I want, first and foremost, I want to hear people's thoughts about the books, or like what that book is like, or the pros and cons. Like, I want to learn about the books. And I also really like vlogs, because depending on the creator, some vlogs can be just really comforting and cozy. With other creators, they can be kind of more like funny, or like doing a challenge, like a 24-hour reading vlog. Like, I find those like really entertaining. And also through vlogs, you feel like you get to know the person better, and it's almost like you're hanging out with them in a way. So I like that. And I do like tags, because again, you get to know the creator a little bit better. And also, depending on the tag, some of those questions can be quite creative and interesting, so I like that. And I also really like TBRs. I know some people find TBRs kind of like a waste of time because the person hasn't read the book yet, but the thing about TBRs is that you're never going to hear anything negative, because those are all books that that person is excited to read. That's why they're sharing it with you. So I find TBR videos just like full of enthusiasm and just like joyfulness, and I just really like that. So the last question, number 8, is watching TV was probably a part of all our childhoods. These years, it has become less popular. What kind of media user are you? So I haven't had like cable or satellite TV for like probably over a decade now. I was still kind of like watching TV shows and movies and stuff through Netflix, but the past, I would say, 1 to 2 years, I haven't been watching even Netflix as much. So I haven't really been watching like that traditional media for a while, but I still watch like movies and TV shows that we own on like DVD and Blu-ray and stuff. So I still consume like traditional media, I guess. Well, I do watch a lot of YouTube, not just BookTube, but just like YouTube in general. I spend a fair amount of time on TikTok as well. So like YouTube would probably be like my number one like media that I'm involved in. TikTok maybe second. And like I do like a little bit of like I'm on Instagram a little bit, not a lot, and like I'm not on Twitter. Like I have an account, but I sign into my Twitter account like once a year, and I just don't follow it. So yeah, the last thing I'm supposed to do is tag 8 people, and I'm not sure who's done this tag. I forgot to check before I did this. I don't think I've seen Jen the Librarian do this tag, so I'm going to tag her. I don't think I've seen Tara do this tag. I forget Tara's channel's name now. Buzzwords Books? Is that it? I'll tag ya. I don't think I've seen Angie Science Mama do this, so I'll tag her as well. And we're going to stop there because my brain has stopped working. So that was what was this? BookTube Backstage Tag. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll chat soon. Take care. Bye.